So how are you today, Cam?
I think I'm really good.
Oh, that's nice to hear that. I think you really look good today. And I think, did you change your hair? You had your hair cut?
Yes.
Why did you do
About
that?
uh, I don't want my hair so longer because it's not suitable for me, and I
Oh,
feel not comfortable with longer hair. So that's why I always keep my hair really short.
I think there are a lot of men like with your age right now with the same hairstyle with you. Many. And
I
I think that's good
say uh,
because it's hot and you don't need to buy a lot of shampoo and
mm,
you don't need to stay for a very long time inside the bathroom because of your hair. So Cam, I think that the coronavirus or I think there's no lockdown already, right? Because we don't have cases for 5 days already.
yes.
So have you been around? Did you go somewhere?
Mm, no, I'm just still at home, and I hope in the next week I will go out to Haiphong province or Taiping province.
Mm, okay. So good luck with your plan to go. I hope that you can really go there.
Yes.
And I guess come you can take a walk right now. So when I went outside um, last no yesterday nights, many people are not wearing masks already. So we walk with my workmates in the lake, and then not really a lot, but I think a few people are also walking, and they're also not wearing masks. So it means that they are confident enough. They are confident about the virus. So you should be confident also. Okay, Cam. So today our lesson is all about who questions. So this time you need to think about the people that you are with. Okay? And of course, you just don't need to answer who are these people, but you also need to give a reason. Okay? So I'm going to read the example. The question is, who do you admire the most? When you say admire, it means that you look up to this person. Maybe this person have done something really good in the society or in his or her family. So the answer is my parents. They sacrificed everything for me. They gave up their personal dreams and financial well being. They dropped out of high school because they were too poor to get though, but they always emphasized the importance of a college education to me and my brothers and sisters. As a result, we enjoy a higher living standard than our parents thanks to their efforts. Nothing is stronger than parental determination to raise their children well. So, in your case, Cam, who is the person that you admire the most nowadays?
Mm, when I was a student, I really admired some of people really famous in business, like Bill Gates. Nowadays, I don't have people to make me admire life. And I think sometimes I try to find some people to make me proud of them or admire with them, but really hard. And I think if I have to one choice, I will try my my advisor is Ho Chi Minh. I think so. That's the
Oh,
biggest famous.
yeah, me too. I also admire Ho Chi Minh. You know what? That my friends and I, my circle of friends, really knew Ho Chi Minh way back in the Philippines, but not all Filipinos know that. Just people like me who are studying about sociology, because they're included in the books. So yeah, I was so happy when I saw um, the body of Ho Chi Minh in Hanoi. But it's very strict. Yeah, you will be afraid with the guards. Ho Chi Minh. How about, because I think in Vietnam there are many people who admired monks, right? Are you familiar with monks?
Mom or mother?
Monks, monks, not mother. Monks, monks. Like they believe in Buddhism.
Monk.
Yeah. So many of my Vietnamese friend they admire monks. Do you know Thich Nhat Hanh? Come?
Uh, I heard about TikTok a lot on the YouTube, but I don't understand about him a lot, and I think I don't like him. Maybe uh, I don't know why, but I don't like.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's just your feeling that you don't like Thich Nhat Hanh. I read one of Thich Nhat Hanh's book, and I really admire him because I realized something after reading his book. So I admire him. I don't care if you don't like him. Okay, so let's go to the first question, Cam. Who is the breadwinner in your family?
What is the breadwinner?
You're a bread, just kidding. You're the one who like provide for your family's financial needs. Like you're the one who work to provide and or give your family's needs in terms of money.
Mm. I think, of course, in my parents.
Now, in your family, in your
Uh,
family right now, Cam.
in the family.
Mm. That,
Mhm. I think
I'm,
that's it. Yeah, my father. I think so because he's also the people really important, and he he's sure about every money to keep my family in safe. In my past, I think so.
what do you think are the qualities of a breadwinner?
The quality.
Mm, qualities.
Uh, I'm not sure about that. In many other families in Vietnam, we don't have we have a many gender. For example, almost families, the husband or also the main, the most important person in family, but nowadays many other families with the mother, they really important even more than the husband, I think so.
Okay, so Yes, because the world is changing. But I think we talked about before that it's also important that like couples understand that a mother should really be left at home and the father will go to look for a job. How about in your case, Cam? Can you say that you are a good breadwinner, good provider? It's just the same, okay? When you say you are a breadwinner, it means that you are a provider, okay? It's the same. Can you say that you are a good breadwinner?
Mm, I think in my family, um, um, I I think I'm really completely my role when I earned money for my wife, but I'm not the most important person in my family. I also think my wife is the most important.
So you are just, you are just, because you're not important. They said that the mother is the light of the household. So that's why it's really true. Even though the father is the one who's looking for money or providing the family, but the mother is still the one who's, I think, plays the most important role, right? In the family. So let's go to number two. I think it's very clear. Who cooks in your home?
Mm-hmm. Every time that's only my wife. Haha.
Have you even tried to help your wife once in cooking?
Um, in my past, I tried to cook for her 2 times, but every all this time she also feel really uh, dislike, and she uh, don't seek my support. I think really bad.
My God. So I think it's just really a few because you can count. You were able to count just 2 times.
Yeah.
My goodness. I know you're good in cooking rice, Cam, and cooking noodles.
And cooking rice, boil egg, or make some noodle. Yes, I can do really good. And sometimes I have to self cooking for me when my wife cook.
How about Cam when your wife just gave birth to your kids? Who did the cooking before? When your wife just gave birth to your kids? Because
Mm,
if you just give birth, you cannot work, right? Come, you don't know anything. Okay, yeah, let's just continue. Who does the dishes at home? Wash the dishes or does the dishes? That's the same.
dish at home. Who the dish? Uh, dish is the food. So why
No, yeah, no, it's the plates. Plates. The
bad?
plates and the, yes, the things you used for cooking and eating.
Of course, every time my wife.
Come, you should be absent today because you forgot our class.
Mm,
Okay, your wife also, but you never
yes,
help in washing the dishes.
yes, my wife also is the main cooking cooker and is the main dishes every times in my house. And sometimes my younger sister also do that for her. But most of the time, my wife is the main person to do that.
Don't use the word cooker because there is no cooker. Rice cooker?
Mm,
Cook. Okay, cook. So my wife is the main cook in the house. A cooker is a utensil, like rice cooker. But you cannot use
mm,
that in a person. So you have to say my wife is the main cook. Okay. How about who takes care of your children?
I think from the question 1 to 5, also the same question is my wife, and I don't have any rules in this question.
In your house?
Mm.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sometimes when I was really busy. She asked me support her to take care our kids.
Mm.
But every time when I want to take a bath for my our kids, they also don't like, and
Oh.
they just run away from me, and they just like take care from their mother. Yes,
Oh,
I don't know
yes.
why.
I notice sometimes come that some fathers like they feel bad about it when their kids just look for their moms, and when their father tries like to go near to their kids, the kids like don't want to go near to their father or to receive any care from their father. Do you also feel bad about
Yeah.
it?
Mm.
That's why you have to change. How about your parents now come in the countryside? Who takes care of your parents in the countryside?
Uh, because my parents really strong and pretty young, so they can self take care for their self and not depend on me or my wife.
Okay. How old are your parents, Ka?
I think about 46 years old.
Huh?
Oh, 56. Sorry.
56? Oh, still young, right?
Yes.
Mm. And you're 30. 30
Mm,
or 35?
I think 34 or more younger.
You lied with your age. So your parents are 56 and then you're 34. So there's only 22 years gap. Oh, okay.
Mm.
Not very far. So I think you can still like really have great time together with your parents because your age gap is not really far. Like most
Yes,
people.
I think mm, because my parents are really young and still strong, so
Mm.
I don't have to take care not for them, and that's why I have a many time to focus on my main job. That's is the good point with me. Really advantage.
And I hope we won't wait for the time that our parents will become old until we take care of them. I hope we will take care of them when they're still young and they know that we care about them. How many times in a week do you call your parents?
Rarely about I just go for my parents when I have some serious problem or something I want to tell with them. But other time, I think I did not to go with them. Or sometimes I just come back my countryside, stay with them about one day from Monday from morning to afternoon, and then I come back my house. Yes, not much.
Mm. So come when because now I'm still single, when my mother calls me and she calls me many times and she will be angry if I will not answer the phone. How about you when you were still single? Was your mother also like that? Like your mother always calls you and she will become angry if you will not yes, talk with her.
Okay. In my past, in my whole time when I was in high school, of course at that time I stayed with my parents all the time. But in the university, when I was student, I rarely to call for my parent, and I just call to them when I lack money and I really want. They send money for me. And other thing, I don't call. I did not call for them. And now, when I have a small, I have own family. I also rarely to call them. Yes, and sometimes my father call me, and I can't hear. Uh, I think my father really upset, and at that time I have to call again uh, to him as soon as possible. No,
Mm.
I think so. Or straight away.
Yes. I guess it's very important just even to message them or to call them. But I also understand that we cannot do that all the time. So have you heard about the song 7 years old come? The song is entitled 7 years old. It's very
No, I
popular. Many of my students
mm,
knew that song.
no.
I think that song's very old also. And the song talks about the guy's journey and his father died when his father was 60 years old and he said he hoped that someday his kids will visit him even once a month when he's also
Mm,
60 years old because he was not able to do it with his father. Yeah,
that's
you have to listen to that song.
okay.
Just keep on saying, okay. I forgot what's the spelling of his name. See this one? You can just search that. It's very famous with Vietnamese people. So I guess come question number 6: Who makes more money, you or your spouse?
In my family, I think I also the main person to make money.
Hmm.
Yes,
Okay, so
was
you're
my stay at home, and she is a housekeeper.
housekeeper?
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah, I'll keep everything in my house. Sometimes she said to me is I don't know why I married with she married with me, and she thought she just is a housekeeper for our me and for her kids.
Oh my
I
god.
think
She's just joking. Or what?
the kid.
Real,
Mm,
oh, MG. Yeah, I think that's really what is it, right? So housewives are like housekeepers. But it's so bad to hear about it. Gam, what's wrong with you? Are you still there?
okay, I'm here. I'm here.
Why did you change your profile, Gam? I was I was laughing when I saw your profile on Skype. All right, so let's have number 7. Who makes the major decisions in your family?
With the some decision to relate about finance and some electric furniture in my house. I also the main person to to make decision. But other thing to relate about the kids and the food and something like that in my house. My wife also the main person.
So you're an electrician. You're an electrician.
Maybe
Okay. I think you are really doing your job as a husband. Okay. So I think number 8, who is in charge of finances in your family? Is it still you, or you give it to your wife?
mm, charge.
In charge, it means you're the one who is doing it.
I think to relate about finance, that's also the everything is me. I think so.
Mm. So you are in charge of everything that you will purchase, you will buy in your house, including the food.
No, uh, we just me and my wife also put another quantity of money for she can buy and purchase everything in my house we
Mm.
need every day. And about
Ah.
that, yes, and others to earn money and to sure protect about finance for our family. Mm.
You are the earner, but your wife is really the in charge of finances. She's the boss. All right. Who decides which channel to watch on TV?
In my house, we have two TVs, but rarely we watch. And I think about mm, under the, hour per month we watch TV, and every time we also spending smartphone for watching everything.
Mm. So you don't watch TV together as a family?
No, rarely. My wife has her smartphone and also the same with me, and we don't use TV a lot. And with the kid, we don't have we don't want our kids to watching TV a lot. So rarely I watch or turn on TV for our kids watching. I think so.
Poor TV.
Hmm.
I
I think in
think
my house, it's the thing to decorate in my room, and we rarely to watch.
just a decoration. I think you need to reduce the two TVs because it's just a decoration. Maybe you can give the other TV to poor people or your neighbor. Okay, Cam, let's go to number 10. Who is your favorite movie star?
Mhm.
You cannot
Actually,
answer.
I'm rarely to watch a movie, so I don't have any uh, idol in the movie star a lot,
Oh,
and I don't care. About I just watch when I like, and I don't try to finding uh, um, who you who they are or how they favorite or famous on the movie. I don't care. I just watch when I like as video. Yes.
really? So you're not searching about who's the actor or actresses. So what's the last
Mm.
movie that you have watched? Cam, what's the last movie that you have watched?
I think that's the movie talk about uh, uh, kung fu from China with the name with the Vietnamese names Hoc Nguyên Giáp. I think so.
Oh, we're
He's
the same.
when he anti the Japanese or the foreigner uh, when they want to make a war with the
Mm.
Chinese and they
Oh,
really not respect the China.
that sounds interesting. What's the English name of that movie? I want to watch that kind of movie. Do you know the last movie that I watched is also a Chinese movie, and it's entitled Mulan. Have you watched Mulan? But it's a Chinese
No.
movie, not the Disney movie, but the Chinese one. It also talks about a battle between Chinese and Mongolians.
Mm.
So you have to find the English name of that movie, come, and you need to share that to me. I like that kind of movie. I think it sounds interesting. Okay, number 11. Who do you think is the happiest person in the world?
Who do I think is the happiest person in the world? Mm, I'm not sure about that. Sometimes I ask me about who is the person easier in or happy in my house, but I don't have any answer for that. And
How about
now
in the
I
world?
also in the world. Mm, I don't know, and I'm not sure about uh, the answer because sometimes I thought the richest people in the world also is the happiest person. But when I saw the timetable of them in a day, I think I can't and I don't want to become richer because they're really busy and they don't have any time for their self.
Mhm.
And at the time, I saw many homeless on the movie, and I think they really rich when they have many times whole the day and they just lie alone on the streets and don't care about everything. But I also success. They also not the happy person. So that's why I don't have any answer for this question. I think so.
Oh, I guess it's a very great observation, right? Because you're right. Like those people who are rich who can buy anything that they want, they're very busy and they don't have time to relax. So they think they can be happy. It's like that when they don't have time for themselves. And also for homeless people, they have all the time in the world, but they don't have food to eat and they keep on begging. So in these times come because it's pandemic. Have you experienced like you feel down, you feel really sad because of what's going on? And I want
Mm.
to ask, what made you happy again after being sad?
Um, in this time when we have to stay at home a lot, and I think when some other customer to give me some money on my account and my phone ring and remind me about changing account, I'm really happy,
Mm,
and I think money is going to make me happy. Yes.
it's all about the money, money, money. Yeah, we need money, money, money. So it's still money, it's your answer. Yes. So I think in my case also come, I also feel down these days. Yeah, for how many days already? But last night I feel so happy because my workmates and I, We walk for a very long, like 30 minutes. It's very long, and we talk, then we laugh a lot. So I think I just, as what I told you, I just really need to laugh and I
Yes.
will be okay. Okay,
Uh,
number 12. Who do you think is the busiest person in the world? Except the rich people that you've mentioned.
mm, I think the maybe the president of each country is the most busiest in the world.
President of each countries, they are the
Mm,
busiest. Okay, are the busiest. Okay.
mm.
Yes, I guess so. Maybe because they need to think a lot, especially right now during the pandemic. Do you think your
Yes.
prime minister is also busy?
Uh, Prime Minister with in the rich country, I think they also the same. But in my country, I think not same, and they have many other things to focus on, like the prime minister in my country. They pretty busy, but in their house, the wife and the children, their children also have a many opportunity to earning money from many other things, and that's why I think the prime minister in my country not really easy, and I think so.
You think so? I think there are many people helping him. Do you know, have you heard about the news of the prime minister in Japan? Shinzo Abe.
Yes,
Have you?
I'm really insisting upon them when they retire, when his health not good, and every people, especially the Japanese, really respect to him. Yes, I think so. I heard about that.
Yeah. I think it's the culture of Japanese people, even politicians, when they see that they are not doing well, they will really resign. And I
Mm.
think that's good because if you know that you cannot do something good for the people, you have to resign now.
Yes, sometimes I just wish the officer in all of government in Vietnam also the same with the resignation character, like the pan and many prize minister they try to keep their position every time when their health really bad, and even they don't have any talent in manage, and every
Mhm.
problem they raise for our society really bad, but they don't want to resign. I don't know why.
It's like in the Philippines, come, it's also like that. But in some countries like Lebanon and Japan, they will just really resign if they think that they cannot do something about it. So, in your country, how many years is your prime minister serving? How many years has he been a prime minister? You don't
uh
know.
I think all our price minister depend on the minister, and I think about they can keep their position about 5 years to maximum to 10 years. Yes, depend on the minister.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's just the same with president in our country, 6 years. Okay. So who do you think is the richest person in the world?
The if when we talk about the money, and I think there are many people really riches in the world and easy to find out them on the newspaper. But are the riches? I don't know. Maybe riches for in time, riches in the I don't know the daughter or the son. I'm not sure about that.
You're rich when you're happy. Oh my God, come, you're becoming very intelligent. So, because you are very specific now, yeah, the questions are actually very broad. It means the question is very general, it's not specific. So, what kind of riches are you talking about? Is it about money? Is it about happiness? Is it about love, time, or whatever is it? So right now, the top one richest man in the world is Jeff Bezos. He's still number one. I don't know.
I'm not sure about that. After divorce, he have to share a part of money for his wife, and maybe in this time when the price of share of electric company also raised, I think Joe also the most richest in the world, the richest person in the world. I think so,
Hmm. So how about
or
you, Kam?
maybe.
When are you going to be the richest man in Haizong?
Uh, I don't think so. And if one day I become rich in Haidương, I also keep everything silent, and I don't want any other people to know about my property a lot, because that is the bad news with the riches in our country.
But I think you need to declare your assets and your properties to the government. Is it like that here in Vietnam? Because in the Philippines, if you are rich, then you have a lot of money or property. You need to declare. When we say declare, you need to give a document to the government.
Uh, I think really hard for we can keep everything in secret in Vietnam, because our government really talent when they really good us
Right.
in control every people.
Yes.
Yes, and the problem
Absolutely.
we don't want to anti our government, and maybe I hope they keep everything so normally. And that's why I don't want to become famous in my country, or especially when if one day I have a big property, I don't want to show off with everybody, and especially I have to keep balance with my government. That's also really important.
Yes. Do you know, Kam, that in other countries, your country is known to have the best like tracker using military tactics. Is it true? In other nation, like Vietnam, they say that Vietnam is good in tracking information using military tactics. And you use that in tracking coronavirus. That's why you were able to like stop in really spreading it. Like other countries were not able to do it, but Vietnam were able to do it because of that technique. Is that true? That tracking technique, so you have to be careful when you will be rich.
Uh, I don't know why, but when I compare the other country, when they have about one or 10 officer of government uh, per 100 of thousand 100,000 people, but in Vietnam we have to about 1,000 officer of government per uh, 1,000 100,000 people. So that's why our government can control everything in our society.
it's also like that in many countries. There are also many officers, but I think it's not in good use. That's it.
Mm.
That's the problem. So I think in Vietnam there are also positive things except policemen.
Yes, a lot of officer in our government, and I believe they can work effective than other people, and we
Yeah.
have to pay many tax for paying a salary for them. And
Mm-mm.
while they don't have any quality or value for our society or not, that's really waste.
Yes, it's a waste of your money, your tax. So let's go to number 14. Who do you think is the most important person in the world?
I
Just for
think
you, okay, in your opinion.
yeah, the most important in the world nowadays is Donald Trump, the president of U.S., and the second is the Tập Cận Bình of Chinese, and the
Who?
third is uh, the president of Europe area. I think so. That's also the three person most important in the world because every their decision also make almost the countries on the world.
I want to ask why do you think Donald Trump is the most important person in the world today?
Really easy to answer for the question because when Donald
I
Trump
don't know.
want to anti the China's and they make many other company in China really bankrupt or move out China to Vietnam or India or Thailand or Philippines or something like that. And that's why Donald Trump really, and I think he's the most important person in the world.
Have do you remember the incident before? I think that was 2009, like the 7-Eleven, like the helicopter crashed on the building. Have you remember that one? And
Yes,
um, I think I cannot remember, but it is I think one of the most important person in the Middle East, and she said if Donald Trump will not be the president next year, another 7-Eleven will occur or will happen. So maybe
yes.
you have a point that Donald Trump is, yeah, maybe one of the most important person nowadays. But we don't have any like proof if he can really do that. But you think Donald Trump is very playful, right? He keeps on
Mm.
playing with people. Okay. So number 15, who do you think lies most often? Most and then often? Most
Uh,
often.
every politician also the lies most often. Yes, I think so. Mm.
Yes, politicians. And also salesman. You're a liar.
Yes.
But how about now,
What
Cam? Do you still lie now?
every time when I met my customer, I try to uh, talking about with them something very nice, but it not affect with other people. I think so. That's make to our conversation to more funny.
More fun. Yeah, you already told me about that. So you really love lying. Okay, your skill is lying. We already know about that. Number 16, who do you think is the most honest person in the world?
Maybe that's we can trust on the monk.
Do you think that those people like priests or monks, they're
Mm.
they don't really lie, like they're very pure because they need to be true to themselves?
Mm, I think I just answer the monks or the priest because I think I thought I saw uh, some movies from the other country, so I think mm, I thought that, but in my country, I think we can't trust on the monks because the monk in the church really rich and they can earn money while they're sleeping.
Wow, that's a big word, very powerful. They can earn money
Really?
while they're sleeping. Oh, it's like passive earning. But I think I've read somewhere, but of course I will not really believe it immediately, that monks before in Vietnam are allowed to participate in politics. They can be officers in the government. Is it true? You don't know? I think you don't know, right?
Mm.
And monks come have a lot of sacrifices in your nation. So I think we cannot take that away that monks also have a big contribution in Vietnam. Okay, next question. Who do you think is the most miserable person in the world?
Miss,
Miserable.
miss, miserable.
Miserable. Person who always suffer, cannot be happy, cannot be contented in life, who always feels pain.
uh, who do you think the most vulnerable person in the world? Maybe I think that's either prisoner
Prisoners.
and prisoner, yes. And in my country, if the prisoner don't have any money, the life with them really terrible.
Ah,
So
I
that's why
got it. Poor prisoners, not the
poor
VIP.
prisoner.
There's VIP, very important prisoners, right?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe it also exists in your country, like in my country. They're living inside a prison cell, but inside a prison, they have complete, like they have smart TV, jacuzzi, very comfortable bed. They're like kings. And do you know, Kam, in the Philippines, because of the coronavirus, the high-ranking prisoners suddenly died because of
Mm,
COVID.
yes.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Okay, who do you think is the most influential person in the world, except Donald Trump?
Influential. Influential.
Influential,
Influential.
influential, influential. It
Influential.
means that person affects the world. Like
Mm,
Donald Trump. But except Donald Trump.
I also the same answer like Donald Trump or Turkey or Putin. Yes.
Who are you saying in the Chinese camp? Donald Trump, the second, Is it the Chinese? The name of the Chinese Prime Minister is Xi Jinping, right?
I'm not sure.
You don't know. Chinese Prime Minister is Xi Jinping, or it already changed? I will search Prime Minister name in 2020. Okay. It's not Xi Jinping already. What happened to Xi Jinping? I didn't know anything. Oh my God, what happened to me? It's different. Yeah, I think it's the name that you're saying, right? Li Ki Qiang. What's this? Yes, that's it.
I don't
How about
understand.
the Prime Minister's name? Chinese Prime Minister. Yeah, it's not Xi Jinping. Because before, I know Xi Jinping is the Prime Minister of China. But they actually changed
Mm,
it now. Oh, I don't know. Oh my God, where am I? Okay, so how about in your life, Cam? Who do you think is the most influential person in your life, not in the world?
Um, when I hear about the same question with many other people, they also answer is the mother or the father also is the most influential with them. But in my case, I think I'm not sure about that. When everything I also self education, self training, self doing everything, and in at the moment, I think my wife is the most influential with me and with our family. I think so.
See, your wife is really the president in your house.
Yes, yes.
Your
She
wife is the
also
prime
the president
minister.
of the house.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm,
So let's have number 19. Who makes you happy? Aside from money, or it's what? It's a person, okay? Who?
yes, I understand. My wife, my kids, and my parents, and of course my friends. Also, the people who make me happy.
Your neighbor.
Of course, labor.
Okay. Who makes you sad? What a question.
Uh, um, my wife, my kids, my parents, yes, and coworker. Yeah, all of
Yeah.
them can make me sad.
I guess that's really right. People that can make you happy, they're also the reason that you all feel sad, right? How about who makes you laugh? When you're happy, it's like you will not laugh, but who makes you laugh?
Uh, I think the kids either most people the most people to make me laugh a lot, and then my
Mhm.
wife, and then my customers,
So your wife is
friends.
also a joker?
Mm, yes, but almost of the time I also the main joker with my wife.
So your wife is the main cook and you're the main joker. Or you're the main joker. Oh my God, what a very, very nice role in your family camp. You're the main joker. Okay, who is the best singer?
Who is the best singer in my house? Maybe that's also me because my
Oh,
wife rarely. and she don't know a lot about songs.
Oh my God. You have to prove that you are the best singer.
Mm,
You need to
yes,
sing
that's when I
some.
compare with my wife.
Oh my God. Very bad. Who is the smartest person you know? Except those people that you see in media, okay? Just the person you know.
Hmm. Uh, I think when I was a student or in high school, there are many friends I know really smarter than me. But in the business, I think also there are many business and really smartest, and yes, depend on the type of jobs.
Mm.
Also have many people really smart. I think so.
Okay, I understand. Because we have different kinds of intelligence. And I guess maybe you are smart in something else, but there is another person is smart in something else also. How about now? Who do you think is the smartest person just around you?
Hmm. Uh, I'm not sure about that. With smart about job or smart about emotion or many other kind of smart. Really,
Sam, why
so
are you
yes.
like that nowadays? You want to be very specific now in all the questions. Smart in life.
Smart in life. Smart in life, including smart on the brain and smart on
Yes,
heart. We
that's
want
in
to.
general. Mm.
Uh, in my family, I think I am a smart in brain, but my wife smart in heart. I think so.
You're smart in brain. Okay, let's just accept that. Who has the best job in the world?
Who has best job in the world? When I was a child, I also wish one day I will become a doctor for can give save many life for other people. And at that time, I think I thought the doctor is the best job in the world. But nowadays, when I am a salesman, I think the salesman is the become a salesman. That's job for me at least because I think I can earn a lot of money than other job, and I have a many free time and depend on my timetable. That is pretty flexible in my job, and I have a many opportunity to approaching with the other knowledge. I think so.
Yes, of course, you need to love your own. Okay? Love your own job. In my case, I will also say that being a teacher.
Yes.
All right. So let's have the last question. Who do you depend on for advice? It means if you have some problem, who do you go to ask for advice?
Um, Honestly, I don't have any other people for I can receive some advice from them. And now I have to join another class to earning a lot of knowledge
Oh,
for to self decision advice for myself.
really?
And sometimes I try to ask my teacher for giving me some advice. But I find one thing really important. Every advice from other people just for I can consider it, but I can't. use the same with their advice because my occasion or my situation really different from them. And the best advice thus from me because I am a person really understand about myself and my situation. So that's why I think the best way I can do for myself is trying to up to date my knowledge for more wiser. And at that time, I have to self advisor for myself and don't depend on other advisors.
Right. I think that's correct. Because most of the time people are asking you for advice, it's because they want to confirm. What do we mean by confirm? You just want to know if your decision is the same with theirs. And then you say, say I'm right because I made this decision the same with them. But at the end of the day, it's just really you who would really decide and come up with any solutions about your problems. So it's very important to know what you really want in life. Because if you know already what you want, I think you can maybe decide, right? I don't know. Because I'm also a person who is very spontaneous. I don't really put much effort in like decision making or what. So come final question. Because our question is all about who, then my final question for you is who are you? There has been a question around the internet, Cam. Who are you without your degree, without your wealth, and without the education that you